Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused, where I review theater based on two criteria. Was I bored or was I confused? Today's play is I Need That, starring Danny DeVito. This just closed a couple weeks ago on Broadway, but I was happy that I was able to see it before it closed. This is by Theresa Rebeck, who's a fabulous writer. Was I bored? Only a little bit. A lot doesn't happen in this play. It's more about characters. There's 3 actors in it. Was I confused? Not really, but there was a moment at the end where, when it was all wrapping up, that I kind of had a little confusion, but sometimes maybe that's what the playwright wants. So just to let you know what this is about, as you can kind of tell from the cover, this is about a hoarder who played by Danny DeVito. His wife has recently passed away and his house is just full of stuff. He's got one friend, this dude who stops by and brings him bacon sandwiches and eggs and things like that. And his daughter also comes by and she's trying to encourage him to clean up his house. I really related to this play because my father was a hoarder of sorts. We didn't have piles of stuff in our house because he was in an electronic wheelchair towards the end of his life, and my mom wouldn't have allowed it, and also he wouldn't be able to get around. But the garage, we had a 3-car garage, and my father, anytime there was something he didn't know what to do with, he'd be like, put it out in the garage. The garage was so full there wasn't room for cars, so we had a 3-car garage just piled with stuff. As my dad was coming towards the end of his life, I wanted to start cleaning up this mess, and so I go out in the garage with him and I'd say, hey Dad, can we throw away this rusty hammer? He'd be like, no, I could sell that, it's worth something. And we would basically just rearrange everything and clean it off, but just move it into new piles. And then I'd have a very small bag of greasy paper towels or something that he would allow me to throw away because everything else was worth something. So my confusion that happened at the end of I Need That, which is a very short play, about 90 minutes. The part that confused me was at the end of the play, Sam, played by Danny DeVito, decides to finally clean everything up because his friend Foster isn't able to live in his home anymore because of some complications, and he's going to leave, and Sam's going to lose a friend. So he says, you can live with me, and he throws everything out, which I thought was kind of a pat solution. Most of these hoarders, it's not so easy. And the character of Sam kind of comes to the realization that the reason he's been hoarding things is because he doesn't want to let go of his dead wife. And Sam finally comes to the realization that the reason he's holding on to all these belongings is because he's holding on to his dead wife. And I'm sure that often happens, but it was kind of a very simple way of explaining his hoarding, and it made it very easy. It's like once he realized what he was doing, he was able to just get rid of all this stuff, which I don't think is very realistic. Most hoarders have much deeper neuroses or whatever it is that's causing them to hoard things. And then at the end of the play, the daughter comes by and she's so happy that he cleaned up his house, and he's like, yeah, I want to go out, let's go for a walk. And he's like, let's go to your house. And she's like, oh no, we can't go to my house. And we come to find out that the daughter is a hoarder. And so what I was confused was, are we saying that this desire to hoard is genetic, or are we just saying it's the general human condition to want to hoard things, and people do it for different reasons? Maybe that's it. So maybe the playwright wanted to kind of give us ambiguity. What I would have liked, though, is the character of Amelia, Sam's daughter, played by Danny DeVito's real daughter in life. She only comes on and reacts to her father, and we don't learn anything about who she is. And I wish Sam would have pushed back against her so that we would have learned more about who this character was. But overall, a very enjoyable play. I think this play is going to do really well in the regions because it's only 3 actors. It's single set, and it's got a feel-good message that's about family and friends and getting rid of the clutter of your life. So I think it's going to be really popular regional theaters that like to do small plays. One thing I have to say is Danny DeVito is a treasure. He's so great. He's the main reason that I think most people are going to see this play, and he's great. There's one scene where he plays the game Sorry, the board game Sorry. He plays against himself, and it's just a monologue, and it's very entertaining and very funny, and that alone was worth the price of the ticket. All right, so yeah, if you see I Need That coming to a theater near you, go check it out. It's a cute little play.
Don't bore me, don't confuse me. If you do, then you lose me. I don't wanna drift away, wanna stay inside the play. Keep me engaged, keep me amused with what's in front of me, 'cause I don't want wanna be bored and confused.